What is good with your YouTube? It's your boy. I am Charlie P, and I'm back here with another video. Let me turn on some light for you. Hopefully that worked. But yes, so this video is about the rookie drivers and rookie drivers, which I'm still considered one, or a new driver or a young driver for CDL class A, B, whatever you want to call it, whichever one you want. So is it worth it? You know, is getting your CDL worth it? Is being a truck driver worth it? So this is my thing about, is it worth it? This is solely my opinion. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to go with it. You don't have to do anything. You can just either listen to it, take my word, or, you know, be like, this some BS. Whatever you want, you know, I don't care. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna get into that. This is solely my opinion, like I said. This is how I feel, and this is what I see, and this is what I observe as far as me being in the trucking industry. Before I start that, so if you're a returning sub, I appreciate you for watching this video. If you're a new subscriber, if you're a new watcher, new viewer, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'm almost at 800 subscribers. We're trying to hit to 1,000 subscribers, but if we can hit to that 800, I really appreciate it. But back to the video. So is it worth it? So this is me. Is trucking worth it? It depends on what you want out of trucking and what your life situation is. So I would say if you're a single man or woman, young, or you could be a little bit older, you know, no kids, you don't really have a girl, you just, you know, you're just trying to find yourself out here in life. I feel like yes, OTR trucking is good. Any trucking is good, you know. Any trucking is good. Depends on your life situations. This is, like I said, this is solely my opinion. So, me, I have a wife, and I have a 1-year-old, and I was OTR for Stevens Transport for about 5-6 months, and I've went dedicated on a Purdue account within like 4 or 5 months or whatnot, and that didn't work, so I parted ways with Stevens Transport due to the fact that I only see my wife and my son 2 times in 6 months. So I will say OTR is for young people with no kids, just adventurous, just trying to find themselves, want to see the world. Are you going to make a lot of money in OTR? Yes, you can make a lot of money in OTR, but you can't be a person that think about home a lot. You can't be trying to figure out what's going on at home, what's always trying to get home. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of be a person that love being on the go, love being out, love being adventurous, love just seeing the world. And yes, you can make money, but that will be on the West Coast. The West Coast is where you will make the most money, which is what people done told me and what I've experienced. Because when I was on the West Coast, I did make a lot of money. Well, I ain't gonna say I made a lot of money, because I did not make a lot of money at Stevens. I will say I seen one of my biggest checks from Stevens. I was on the West Coast. I didn't like being on the West Coast. I was too far away from home. I'm in San Diego. I'm in Utah, Salt Lake City. I'm in Denver. I'm in Colorado. I'm in Las Vegas. I'm in all these places, and I'm away from family. And I'm a person that has a family, and I have a newborn son at the time. He's still young. He's a toddler now, basically. But that was not for me. But I've been told that you have to do OTR in order to get your experience, so you can be able to move to go to something local. Not true. So trucking is cool depending on what you want. Like, so now if you're a person that's lazy, a person that just want to sit on your behind, you don't want to unload, you don't want to, yes, you may want to consider OTR, but you're gonna have to take what come with being an OTR driver. Probably gonna come home 2-3 times out of 12 months in a year. You know what I'm saying? And those times that you come home is only gonna be about 3 to 5 days. So OTR trucking is not for the weak. Trucking in general is not for the weak. I've parted ways and I went with the Dollar General account. I'm on a dedicated account. I basically stay pretty close to home. I go home every weekend. I don't go no farther out, far out than 300 miles maybe, you know what I'm saying? That's just one way, but of course, if it's like 500-600 miles, that's a round trip way. So I have a family, and you know, I want to be in my son's life. So yes, OTR is not for me. I've just observed that OTR is for somebody that's young. But only thing about being young are young people, they do like being home. They do like, you know, seeing what's going on in their city. That's gonna hurt you. Trucking is solely off of you. So meaning, when I say solely off of you, is meaning that you make your checks. This is not an hourly thing, so do not come in this thing thinking that, unless you get with a company that pays hourly. But for the most part, OTR, you can pay CPM, cents per mile. Anywhere from, I think the lowest I done seen is like 40 cents a mile, and the highest I think I've seen is like 64 cents per mile. So you get anywhere from there. That's company. I'm saying those numbers as a company driver, what I've seen just from different companies of what they list in their description. Being a lease, I've seen lease owners, they make anywhere from $1, $1.50. I've seen owner op, I don't know. I'm not an owner op. I don't know. I haven't talked to any owner ops or whatever they make. I don't care to ask what an owner op makes and what his pocket's looking like, because owning a truck, it's a lot in this day and economy. It's a lot different. So you gotta have your bread and your mind right if you want to be an owner operator. But yes, so OTR, like I said, it's for the people that just adventurous. They don't care about their city. They just want to be out and about. They don't have no family for real. They just out there just trying to strive. So now you got the people, let's say, like, they're willing to work hard and willing to unload or willing to do the flatbed. Those jobs, typically, you're going to find and be able to come home quite frequently more than an OTR driver. But the thing about it is, you got to do the work. You got to do work and drive. So sometimes you may not drive. Like flatbed, I can't speak for, but TMC, they hired no experienced drivers. This Dollar General account, they changed it, so you at least got to have 3 months of experience to have this, to be on this account. And I think I seen Ryder, they local, but I think they got some touch and they got some no touch. They want 9 months of experience. So a lot of people done changed. I think JB Hunt, they want a year of experience. So it's a lot of companies that done changed. I've seen and heard due to them hiring people with no experience and they having accidents and stuff like that. So I've seen a lot of companies change their experience level and raised it. So it sucks, man. But OTR is the quickest and the easiest way to get your experience. I would say that OTR is the easiest and the quickest way to get your experience. The money, solely up on you. I can't say, because some people come to me and say they do 2,500, 3,000 miles a week and make pretty good money. Some people like me, I didn't make no money, and I'm willing to drive. It wasn't that I was getting a schedule down. If you watch a lot of my older videos, if you're a returning sub, I've gotten into 2 wrecks that was non-preventable. People hitting me, one at a truck stop, one at a red light. So, and it sat me down. So I'm willing to work. I'm not scared of work. I've been working since I was 15, and I would say that was cool, like hospital jobs, cashier jobs. But once I turned 18, I was working jobs with grown men working like 40 plus and up. I didn't really see people my age at certain jobs after I got 18, because people at 18, they in college, they not trying to work how I work. I didn't care to go to college, which I did. I went to barber school, I went to automotive school, and then I went to trucking school, of course. I like trades. So I don't mind hard work. Yes, I did try to run away from the hard work because I came from being doing a lot of hard work. My last job was an AT&T wire technician. I wanted to get something cool and smooth. I tried that, which was OTR. Didn't bring no money. Almost lost my family and stuff like that due to OTR. And then Stevens Transport, I cut them loose. I should have cut them loose way sooner, but I kept trying to give them chances. So, yeah, so local, like flatbed now, I ain't gonna do flatbed. I like to work, I don't mind working, but the reason why I will not do flatbed is because I am not going to be reliable for strapping that stuff down, because you're reliable for that. You're responsible for strapping that stuff down. I know they train you, I know they get all that stuff right for you, but me, no sir. I just get a trailer and I unload it and I be done. I'm cool with you giving me something to do and you tell me go do it and I do it. That's what I work best at. So, yeah, man. So, dedicated local, you kind of want that. You get some dedicated jobs that you don't have to unload, but like I said, you got to have experience. How you gonna get that experience? You might be plugged in with somebody, or if you ain't, you gonna have to hit that road, Jack. So, yeah, man. So I just feel like, for me, the difference between OTR, dedicated, local, personally, I like the account I'm on because I came from, like I said, I came from doing box truck like in 2020, and I was going to convert over to a CDL, but it wasn't going to be A. I'm gonna just be honest, it was going to be B during 2020. But I met my wife, and that would have just a lot, because that was before COVID. Then COVID happened, and it was just a lot going on. So I did not pursue getting my commercial driver's license in 2020. But I heard that 2020 was a good year to be doing trucking. But now I am, and I'm doing an A. So I could do B if I want, you know, because I went on and got the A. Because A is what I was not going to get, because I was always scared of an 18-wheeler. Driving an 18-wheeler with a trailer. Like I said, I used to just do box truck. I used to just unload RV, marine, which boats, and car parts. I used to deliver all that. I used to deliver like washing machines, dryers for the RVs. I used to deliver the awnings for the RVs. I used to deliver boat parts. I used to deliver big, heavy stuff. And I was a lot bigger than too, just from doing that work. So, yeah, this is just what I do best at for me, is just physical work. So something I know, like, yes, the physical work is dependent on me, because you get paid cents per mile and per stop, and it's not hourly. But honestly, like, I've been home every weekend. I've seen my family every weekend. Like, it's just been wonderful, and check's been wonderful. So they paying for my school. I got insurance kicked in after 30 days. So to me, dedicated and local is the way to go, but you got to get your experience. And I don't mind touching freight, because honestly, I feel like touch freight jobs, you're going to get in a lot sooner if you want to be on some dedicated or local-ish. If you get a touch freight, you will get a job sooner, because everybody don't want to touch it. Everybody just want to drive. So those jobs are going to be prolonged and hard to get, because that's what everybody wants. Everybody's getting into trucking and want to make $1,500, $2,000 a week just driving with no touching, no nothing. But just to get a $1,500 check in OTR, bro, you gotta be busting your butt. I'm talking about driving, like busting your butt, like managing your clock real well. And I'm not saying you don't bust your butt here, but it's a different bust your butt. It's like, I don't work late. I'm off on the weekends now. It's not consistent when I'm off, but I know for sure I'm gonna either get off Friday night or Saturday night. And I mean night, meaning like 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I come back either Monday morning, Monday afternoon, or Tuesday morning. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on whenever I get off. So this Dollar General account has been wonderful to me. I don't mind touching freight. So if I decide to ever do part ways, like I said, I don't mind touching freight. I'm gonna keep that, because I am a person, I do not work out, which I would love to, but I do not work out. I'm not that physical incline. So me doing this work is going to be good for me because I'm going to be able to stay physical. Now, this job in the wintertime, I'm not going to worry about that. I'll worry about that when the wintertime get here. But, yeah, man, so OTR, not for me, for people that's young, people with no kids, people with no responsibilities for real, and just want to explore life, experience. Do that while you young. If you young, you ain't got no kids, I would recommend you going to go OTR and at least get your year. See, I couldn't even hang for a year because I wasn't even making enough money. I think I made, being at Stevens, I think I made like a total of $5 grand within like 5-6 months. $5,000 or $6,000 in the total, and that's gross. That's gross. So it wasn't for me. But like I said, I was too busy worried about home. If you're an OTR driver, you cannot be worried about home. I'm just going to let you know that right now. OTR drivers, if you become an OTR driver, you worried about home a lot, you ain't going to make no money because you always trying to get home, and when they don't pay you for being home, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, OTR is not for me. It's not for people that with families. It's not men that with wives, girlfriends, anything that's going to get their mind off track of that road. No. So like I'm still on the road, but I know by the end of the week I'm gonna be home to my family, so I can still do my job and not have to worry like, oh, okay, I know I'm gonna be home on the weekend. So yes, OTR is not for men with families, girlfriends, kids, all that. I mean, if your kid's grown and you like, hey, do your thing, but nah, it ain't for me. I mean, it's cool bumping docks and stuff like that, and that's all you're doing, but you gotta wait at the shippers, and that's a whole nother story right there. If you're a trucker and you doing OTR, you understand those shippers and receivers. Hey, that's a whole headache itself. But, and I'm not saying that this one don't have its headaches, because you delivering in the cities, country towns, and you dealing with different people that's not used to you, and etc. And you dealing with small parking spots and areas and stuff like that. So each one has its pros and cons, but choose your bad that you willing to deal with, that you willing to tolerate. So that's pretty much it on that, man. So if you got any questions, concerns, anything about the OTR, about dedicated, local, anything of some sort like that, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Like I said, I don't respond to negative comments. I don't respond to stupid comments. I'll just leave it there and I'll thumbs it down. But for the most part, people done kind of went away from doing that. So yes, I am a new trucker. I got about 7 months. I was at Stevens Transport. Now I'm at Warner Enterprise, and Stevens Transport is terrible. So if you're looking to go there, good luck to you. I pray for you. But yeah, so if you're a new subscriber, new viewer, please subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know you new here, you rocking with me. I appreciate it. If you returning supporter, I appreciate each and every one of you that's rocking with me, that's liking my videos, that's commenting under my videos, that's supporting me, because I am almost at 800 subs, and I would love to get to 800 subs. Let's see, it's May. I'd love to get to 800 subs by the end of May, and I'd love to be at 1,000 subscribers by my birthday in July. So we can get to 1,000 subs by my birthday in July. That'll be wonderful. I might do a giveaway, who knows. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you got any questions, concerns, anything of some sort like that, leave it in the comments below, because I do my research a lot. And I'm not saying I know everything, but I do my research a lot, and I got a lot of information. It's just that some information that, I mean, I can't really, I'm not saying I can't use, but I can't do it because technically I don't have the experience or some sort. But I've called many different companies and communicated with many different companies and I know people that work at many different companies, and they have told me good and bad and ugly about certain companies, but it's just that I just don't have the experience for certain companies. So like I said, I do got quite a bit of information because I do know quite a bit of people that's in trucking, you know. So yeah, man, just leave a comment below, and I appreciate you for watching, man. It's your boy, I am Charlie P, and I'm out.